Hi, I'm Amanda Beard, 7-time medalist. I get my Aquasphere gear at swimoutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop. Check them out today.
This is the Morning Swim Show for Wednesday, November 30th, 2011. I'm your host, Peter Bush. In the Finis Monitor today, we'll talk to Cameron Vanderburg. He won 2 bronze medals at the World Championships this year, and Cameron joins us right now in the Finis Monitor from Pretoria, South Africa. Cameron, welcome back to the show. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing really well. Thanks a lot for having me again. Huh?
Yeah, Swimming World's African Male Swimmer of the Year. Congrats.
Thank you so much. I'm really honored to be named that again, and yeah, I really appreciate the accolade.
How's 2011 wrapping up for you?
Yes, it's been quite a good year for me. I think personally, I've been trying a couple of things heading into the Olympics, heading a little bit more into the 100 direction than the 50. So, yeah, I think I achieved all the goals that I wanted to achieve, and I tried out some new training techniques that worked for me, and a couple that didn't. So I think heading into Olympics now, I'm very, very excited about the things that I've learned over the season, and just to continue the momentum that I've built in 2011.
What's an example of a training technique, a new one that you've learned this year that's working?
Well, I think the biggest thing for me is I've changed a bit in my stroke. Changing the main thing that I'm not so power orientated and so, shall I say, quick off the gun almost. I think before when I was younger, I would always come into a race and be very, shall I say, explosive and very powerful and very aggressive. And I think we're trying to just change it down a little bit more and just be a little bit more control with aggression, and technique. And I think we're just trying to find the perfect balance. Because obviously, for the 100 meters, we need to have a bit more endurance, a little bit more control. You can't just go out there and blast out your 50 and die at the 75 meters. So I think over the season, I'm quite happy with that, and we've been training pretty hard, doing a lot more distance than I've been doing normal, and changing from 25-meter pool to 50-meter pool. Always a bit lazy to change to the 50-meter pool, but I think with the Olympic year, I think it's time to train with the big boys now, I think.
Yeah, I think we've seen that even in just 100 meters, when it's long course, the race is usually won like in that last 30 meters. So you've got to be able to finish to have a chance at the gold next year.
Yeah, definitely. I think these days swimming is becoming a lot more tactical than it was before, and a lot more technical. And I think heading into next year, I think if we already look at the times from 2008 to 2012. We obviously had the fast suit era, and now that's been banned. And I mean, already if you look at Alex Del Owen going 58.7, he's getting close to those times that we already set. And I think that's all being paid tribute to the technical aspects and the style of racing that we're acquiring these days.
Can Dele Owen be beat right now in the 100?
Yeah, I think nobody's unbeatable. I think it's kind of the same thing as asking David and Goliath. I think at the moment Alex is a really strong guy, but on the day it just depends whose day it is and who wants it the most. I think I'm really looking forward to racing him next year in London, and he's a really great friend of mine and a great guy. So I really respect him as an athlete, and I can't take anything away from him and his achievements that he's had in 2011.
We haven't had too many people on the show that race him internationally, know him very well. What's he like?
Yeah, I think Alex and I were really good mates. Growing up in the international scene, I spent a bit of time with him in Norway training, and we've become really good pals and speak regularly. And he's just a really all-round, really great guy. I think sometimes I think on an international level it's quite tense, and a lot of the guys don't like to make too much small talk. And Alex is always the guy that's always joking around and having fun, and I think that's why him and I get along, because him and I are very similar like that. And I think we don't we take our job seriously, but I think we also understand that there's a bit of time for fun and enjoyment. I think it's always a pity that you get guys that come to World Championships and are so serious that they don't talk to anyone, and they just don't, shall I say, take the experience in and enjoy it. you shall say you can walk away with with a medal or something, or some really good race at World Championships. But if you don't have any memories to back that up, I think it's not as sweet.
Are you still doing long distance training with Kitajima's former coach?
No, actually, I've changed now. I think I shall say there's different strokes for different folks, and I've changed back to training with Dirk Lange now, and we changed I think it was 2010 actually, mid through. I was racing in the Mare Nostrum series, and I wasn't doing really great times, and I think I just felt personally for myself that the style of and type of swimmer that I am. Why try and copy someone else? You're never going to be like Kitajima, and I think he's plays to his strength, and I think that's when I started realizing that, and I think it's one of the most important things that I have learned in my swimming career, that swim to your strength, swim to your style, don't try and copy anyone else. And since then I've been really improving and doing really great. I'm really happy with my progress, and I'm very happy with the training program that I am on right now.
In the past couple of weeks, we've talked to Chad Leclos and Darian Townsend, both optimistic that South Africa is going to be a serious contender for some medals in relays next year. Do you think the medley relays got a shot?
Yeah, I think the medley relay has a shot if our backstroker can pull it together. I think we've always had a really good shot, and I think because of our 4x100 freestyle relay, the mentality of the team is always to focus on that. Obviously bringing back memories, from 2004, and I think, in 2008 we put the times together and on paper, we actually had a really realistically good chance at getting a bronze medal. And I think, the guys didn't focus enough, with the medley relay being the last day, it sort of all fell apart. And I think as well, that's one of our biggest problems as well at the World Championships in Shanghai. Unfortunately our backstroke is a bit below, and we have Gerard Zampach. He's now actually out in Potsdam in Germany, and he's training with Eric Hoffman. So he's trying to do a lot of good work and taking himself and all the distractions away from himself, that he can just try and do really well. And it's his last Olympics, so I think he said he just wants to make the most out of his swimming. And I think if he can pull together, something like a 53 low, if I can give us like a 58, if Chad can do something really well, and amazing. He's been doing 52 lows. If he can get off, maybe like a 50 points, something like that, and Darian, obviously, if he can pull through with the 47, I think if we are on the day, if everything goes right, we can really pull together maybe a great swim and have a great chance for, definitely not gold medal, but I think maybe silver or bronze.
Are you the kind of guy that would really love to have a relay in contention like that? Some guys, are really more interested in swimming fast individually, but would a relay medal mean a ton to you?
Any Olympic medal will mean a ton to me. I don't think you would ever be not satisfied with something like that. And for me, it's always great to be part of a team. I think swimming is such a lonely sport and such an individual sport. And sorry, I really miss team sport like soccer and football and cricket and stuff like that. And I think that any chance that we have opportunity for us to race as a team and to bring back a medal is, I'll always take with both hands and put my best effort in.
Do you do anything big on Christmas?
No, I think it's actually the first year that I've decided to be a responsible swimmer and just not go away. I think I'm just going to stay in Pretoria just for Christmas and train through the new year. I think I'm very excited for the season. It's the first time that I shall say I've been doing this now, big block training, and I've been training really well since about September. I've been doing some really, really great work, and I think normally I only start training about January, February, and it's December, heading into January next year. I'm already in really great shape, so I think I don't want to lose anything. I just want to, give myself the best opportunity going into Olympics to do the best that I can. I don't want to have any regrets, or hypothetically speaking, if you're on the podium in silver or bronze and think to yourself, what if I could have what if I didn't do the World Cup? What if I didn't, have a break on Christmas? Maybe I could have won. And I think that's just my mentality for the year going into Olympics.
Well, Cameron, have a great summer down there in South Africa, and best of luck next year.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.
All right, that's Cameron Vanderburg joining us in the Finish Monitor today. That is it for today's show. I'm Peter Bush, reminding you to keep your head down at the finish.